How's everybody doing? So, section 3 is a monumental task. I think I mentioned a few episodes back now. It's hard to remember because I have so much content, like pre-edit phase and just like in daily format, and it's hard to kind of keep track sometimes. And I was trying to think what would be the best way to cover this particular section 3. A lot of the things I probably didn't cover in the same way on section 2, and I thought the only way I can do it is if, like, real time, like when I do it, just turn the camera on for under 10 minutes or so and then talk about things. Because like this section, this is just a small section of section 3. These photos are just inspirational. Like the tracks, like when I took this photo, I was just almost standing on the tracks of the Glover Road SRY connector, looking like this is going to be the background. It's going to look like this, trees, but with fields. But I don't want to build exactly like the photo. Like I use this, like I love this photo here. It's right near not far from the tracks, near my area, actually not too far away. I just like them for inspiration. I think it's a good idea to have a couple photos that really inspire you. And then just look at them while you're doing your scenery, and things will come out, like it'll inspire you. So remember, I think I mentioned, so you know, the plywood, the foam. This is all foam. This turned out really good. Remember how I talked about carving foam, and if you paint it out with titanium white, 1 or 2 coats, I think I went over it twice with this just to seal it up really good, because it almost looks like plaster now. Actually, it's better because you can carve the kind of plate tectonic geological layer just by hand, like roughly, like just slicing and chipping away. And this is the way it turned out, and I just love it. All this other undulations and porous look, that's just the fast smash spread with a spatula and then stabbed with a stipple brush like I showed. It just creates its own, like it does it on its own. You don't even really have to think about it when you do it. And then when I put the washes of this raw umber with lots of water, right? You know, spraying like really thin, like there's one light gray on the rock, which you can hardly see. I'm going to talk about that in a sec. And then there was the umber. There's 2 washes on here, and then one more I'm going to put on here with Tamiya. So I used golden with water, Vallejo with water, and I'm going to use Tamiya with water as well. And I want to explain something quick too. Like, people use the slang Tamiya Chimera paint. What they mean is you can mix alcohol, water, and even some of their lacquer thinner with this, which is, I don't know how they did that. Like, I don't know how they pulled that one off. But anyway, so there is a bit of alcohol in there, but it doesn't matter because isopropyl alcohol and water just dissipates together into a solvent, a non-aggressive solvent, like in terms of, like, it's not an enamel or lacquer solvent. It's actually medicinal. You can pour this on your hands to treat lesions and stuff. But anyway, so you can see here that I put a little bit of this. This is JN Gray XF12. I want to start adding a little more color to this rock work. I'm not worried about the terrain. Like, I'll put more earth, but layers as I feel moving along. Like when I actually plug in like this for, 10, 15, 20 minute episodes or whatever, I just do a small area. Like, I'm going to be on this section for a long time. Like, if you, like, this is larger than section 2. Like, it's not going to be treed like section 2, but it's going to have other features on it. You can see how thin this is. It's so thin that when it runs down, it puts a filter on, but it doesn't actually, blot it out. Okay, there's no opaque coverage. It's another gray, like, just, I'm shifting the color. It's building up slowly, and I can watch it. And I want the white, like, I don't want to make it. The one thing I find, and I've been guilty of it too, and I still do it, is I almost darken my terrain too much, you want to kind of keep it a shade lighter than what you would normally not do, and you'll find that in the end it'll work to your benefit. It'll just, and notice how the white is the highlight. It's sort of working backwards, you know. This really turned out great, this foam part. I really like this. Actually, this is probably, I would say, one of my favorite aspects of model railroading, but then I'd say that about all of it, which is why this hobby is so awesome. It really is. I mean, can you think of another medium where you can do all the various, you know, interests, like on one canvas, one palette? Okay. So yeah, this is just water, and to me, and it's not like a brand new bottle with, like, this is just like I dumped out a lot of it into another bottle. This is a heavier pigment here, and then I just add a bit, and then just pour water into it like this. And I'll do that for a while sometimes, and then the key, I think, is just to make sure you have water on hand. And less is always better, because you can always come back and, you know, put on another layer, which is really the trick to all of this, because you can see it, the colors evolving. Like tomorrow when I come and look at this, I'll see it in a different light if I've been away from it for a day or two. And then when I get this, when it starts to come together here, I'll just start spreading it around. And then just in closing here, like most of you know, the foreground's all done. This really makes me feel good, because I did this last year. Was it last year or in the spring? And it just feels so good, because I know all of this is pretty much done. And when this starts to come together, it means the whole area is going to really come together nicely. And then of course right here is where the Milner grain elevator is going to be eventually, which I have to rebuild some of it. I'll keep in the basic grain elevator, but I have to rebuild a lot of it. Okay, cheers, happy modeling, and I hope you have a great day.